Welcome to the 33rd day. Yep. And the Los Angeles Kings hosted the Chicago Blackhawks at the Staples Center. I found out before the game that my old bosses were going to this game and that they were both Blackhawks fans. So within that first few seconds, whenever I found out my old bosses were going to the game, I knew the LA Kings were going to win this game. It was just a matter of, well, okay, if your old colleagues are Blackhawks fans and they have a big company that's worth a lot of money, at least over $1 million, well, hypothetically, the LA Kings have to win this game to get within one game. You're already down 2-0 in the series. So this was an interesting game because Anze Kopitar was on the third line. The Kings moved him down. Daryl Sutter and the Kings coaching staff did a good job moving him down to the third line. Mike Richards was injured, so Jeff Carter really had to be accountable in this contest and step up. First period, Justin Williams would score the opening goal, making it 1-0. Second goal of this series, sixth goal of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Williams gets the steal and displays crafty stick handling before scoring that initial goal. Williams with good shooting power and accuracy on the wrist shot. You have to applaud him for the awareness on that goal because he displayed good awareness offensively and defensively. Williams with his second goal of the series, and like I said, Drew Doughty got a wrist shot following the Kings' 1-0 lead. Both teams played well defensively in the first period. 6-minute mark, Corey Crawford made a critical save. 5 minutes left in the first period, 4-on-4. Jeff Carter with a shot on net, and Corey Crawford makes the save. Drew Doughty is one of the reasons why the Kings were effective with their penalty killing tonight. Drew Doughty was everywhere for most of this game. He had one bad assignment, but most of this game he played pretty flawless. Patrick Sharp has a one-on-one opportunity with Jonathan Quick. Quick makes the save. Jeff Carter should have been called for checking on Duncan Keith. It looked like a bad call by the officiating, but it seemed like the NHL wants this series to go to 6 or 7 games. So the Kings get a hall pass. One adjustment Chicago had to make prior to the second period was how do you overcome Drew Doughty and improve your play? LA led in shots on goal, 8-7, 13-10 in hits, 9-5 in faceoff. Very physical first period with lots of hits by both teams. Mike Richards injured and Anze Kopitar. Jeff Carter, like I said, he was huge. And they kept Chicago in check for the first 2 minutes in the second period because the Kings goaltender, Jonathan Quick, got careless. But the Blackhawks weren't able to capitalize on Jonathan Quick. And there were moments early in that second period where Jonathan Quick, he gave the Blackhawks too much opening space near the net. Too much open space. He's outside of the crease, in the box, isolated, and you can tell he's recovering, and there's a sloppy job by Chicago for failing to capitalize on the opportunity. Seconds later, Johnny Oduya called for the interference. Chicago's penalty killing holds up. Still no shots on goal for the Blackhawks in the second period. Voynov scores, and the Kings lead by 2. Voynov scores thanks to that shot. Great anticipation by Voynov executing that shot, and his ability to foresee the puck allows the Kings to gain another goal. Duncan Keith tries to switch his body language for the hit. Sorry, the body language is that bad. You can tell the hit was intentional, and he's trying to make it look like it was unintentional. And Duncan Keith's high sticking creates a 4-minute power play. And surprisingly, Chicago's penalty killing steps up. They hold off that play. Brian Bickle from behind the net. Great recognition by Bickle. Drew Doughty fell down, and that gave Bickle the opening. Besides tripping, Drew Doughty played the flawless game for the LA Kings. And if Doughty stays on the ice, maybe the Blackhawks don't even score. They get the shutout. We don't even see the Chicago Blackhawks pull their goalie. And the Kings continue to outplay the Blackhawks through 2 periods in every statistical category. It was 17-10 in shots on goal. Chicago had 7 shots on goal in the first period, only 3 in the second. And the only thing that the Blackhawks have to be eager about is the fact that you scored the last goal in the game. Your team's down by 1 hanging into the final period. It's 2-1. LA got a 2-0 lead, and then you scored. So Justin Williams and Voynov get the first 2 goals. Then Brian Bickle gets the third goal of the game, first for the Blackhawks. Chicago has a chance, empty net goal. Unfortunately, they can't score. LA Kings do find a way to capitalize. They make it 3-1, and that would be the final score. LA Kings win 3-1 at home. They win in the Staples Center, and the LA Kings make a statement in Game 3 tonight that they're here, they're ready to play. The LA Kings were 7-0 at home prior to Game 3. Now the LA Kings go to 8-0, and the Chicago Blackhawks, they've got to win a road game if they want this series, because the Kings are unbeaten at home, and the Blackhawks only have one playoff loss at home to the Detroit Red Wings in Game 2. And it seems like the team that wins on the road first is going to be the team that takes this series, because the Blackhawks took 2 at home, the Kings take Game 3 at home, so whoever gets the first road win is going to get this series. That's what I think. Let us know what you think by commenting in the YouTube section of Draft Utopia or our Facebook page. Good night, folks. Hopefully the Pens can get a Game 3 win tomorrow. That way none of the teams are down 3-0. Good night.